This is a golden tale and tape featuring Batman in a story called Plants of Peril. If you are following along in the book, turn to the page where you see a prisoner escaping from a barred window. You'll know it's time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Let's begin. Night blackened the sky above the Gotham Penitentiary. Silently, a leafy vine emerged from the window of a cell and wrapped itself around the prison bars. With unnatural strength, it pulled them apart, and Poison Ivy escaped.
At last, free of this miserable place. Now it's time to plant the seeds of terror in Gotham City. The warden thought that letting me grow plants would rehabilitate me, when all along he was helping me to escape.
Back inside the prison, two guards making their nightly rounds unlocked the heavy door leading to Poison Ivy's cell.
I thought I heard something. Hey, look out!
Suddenly, the vine attacked one of the guards with its strangling tendrils.
Cut this thing off of me, Woody!
The second guard hacked the plant to pieces with a fire axe. Freeing his partner, he sounded the alarm. Moments later, across town at police headquarters, Commissioner Gordon reached for his phone.
Escaped? A plant attacked the guards? They're okay? All right. Keep me posted. Those guards are lucky to be alive. Poison Ivy's on the loose again. We're going to need some help.
Commissioner Gordon ran up the steps to the roof of police headquarters and flipped a switch, sending a beacon into the night. A signal to the one man who strikes fear in every criminal's heart.
Time to call in the person who got her last time. Batman.
You called, Commissioner?
Batman. That was quick.
Back in Commissioner Gordon's office, the chief filled in the details.
A plant that tears through steel bars and attacks people. It's unbelievable.
That's Poison Ivy for you. She has to be stopped.
This is terrible. Gotham City blackmailed.
What the... Mr. Mayor.
Batman, glad you're here. Take a look at this note from Poison Ivy. We must do what she says for the safety of the voters. Citizens.
She demands that the wetlands north of the Gotham City River be set aside as a preserve. If not, she says the plants of Gotham will retaliate.
I read about that tract of land in the paper. Wayne Enterprises is going to build a regional mall there. Detective Bullock, get to work organizing a task force. I'll get Bruce Wayne on the line. Batman, you... Hey, what happened to Batman?
Always one step ahead, Batman had slipped out and headed for the penitentiary. One throw of his batarang sent a rope snaking through Ivy's cell window. The Caped Crusaders scaled the steep wall, hand over hand.
I hope the forensics people didn't take that plant away. There it is. This dead plant can tell me almost as much as a live person.
Batman arrived at the Batcave, where he met up with his trusted Alfred, the one person who knows that Batman is really Bruce Wayne in disguise.
There. The computer will analyze this piece of Ivy's plant and give us some idea what she did to it.
In the meantime, sir, Bruce Wayne received this communication from Mayor Hill.
Thank you, Alfred. A copy of Ivy's note demanding the deed for my land so that she can turn it into a preserve. It's a good idea, but blackmail isn't the way to go about it.
Sir, the data's coming in now.
Just as I thought, Alfred. This plant contains a combination of growth stimulants. I'm cross-checking to the botany database. There doesn't seem to be any chemical combination that would neutralize it. If she feeds it to every plant in Gotham City, we'll be overgrown in a week. I think it's time to do some undercover work, Alfred.
Yes, sir.
Disguising himself beneath a curly gray wig and makeup, Batman explained his strategy.
Ivy will need a huge supply of ingredients if she plans to affect plants throughout Gotham City. The computer says that only 3 flower shops in Gotham carry a key ingredient to Ivy's formula, and disguised as Professor Bloom. That's where I'll track her down.
Excellent, Master Bruce. I mean, Professor Bloom.
The next morning, Batman visited the flower shops as planned.
She's got to be buying the chemical from somewhere. There have been no thefts of it reported. No luck at the first two shops. Only one place left, the Amazon florist. This has to be the place. Good morning. My name is Professor Augustus Bloom. I have been trying to locate a colleague of mine, a young lady who regularly purchases large quantities of tropical plant food number 75. Does she frequent this establishment?
Why, yes, there is a woman who's been buying a lot of that plant food lately. In fact, she is due to pick up a shipment today.
Batman left the flower shop, changed into his Batman costume, and climbed to the roof of a building across the street. He scanned the street, on watch for Ivy. But as the hours passed, there was still no sign of her.
Closing time's only a few hours off. When is she going to show? Wait, that could be Poison Ivy.
The disguised fugitive looked around to see if she was being watched. Slipping quickly through the door, she asked the florist if her chemical had arrived.
I'll get your order right away, miss. There was a man looking for you earlier. A Professor Bloom said you were a colleague of his. Yes. I'll have to look Bloom up. Please, how much? I'm in a hurry.
Poison Ivy hurried out of the shop, alert that someone was on her trail.
There's only one man who could have figured out my scheme. Batman. I'll have to work fast.
Spotting the fugitive, Batman sprang into action.
That's one batch of chemical she's not going to use against Gotham. Time to clip some Ivy.
Batman leapt from the roof, swinging down on Poison Ivy before she could run away.
Not so fast, Flower Girl.
I've worked too hard for you to stop me now, Batman.
As Batman lunged to catch her, Poison Ivy wriggled out of her coat. Pulling out a vial of her formula, she sprinted toward a nearby building, surrounded by plants.
If I can just make it to that planter, Batman's done for.
You can run, but you can't hide, Ivy.
From behind, Batman threw his batarang with deadly accuracy, catching Poison Ivy's foot and sending her tumbling to the sidewalk, inches from the plants.
Our game's not over yet, Bat Boy. Lucky I brought this along.
Stop right there!
All right, I'll stop you!
Just as Batman reached her, Ivy poured her chemicals onto the soil. Instantly, the plants began to grow, taking on a monstrous life of their own.
You might not like me at first, Batman, but I'll grow on you.
That plant! Grabbing at me like it's human!
Yes, it can't wait to embrace you. Nice outfit, Batman. You look divine.
I move too slow. I'm trapped.
I know it won't take you long to escape, but it won't be quick enough to capture me.
Batman flipped open a container of acid from his utility belt and threw it on the plants. Burned and shriveled, the plants fell away, freeing the Dark Knight as he whirled to face Poison Ivy.
She's gone.
Hidden in her secret plant-filled lair, Poison Ivy began to set her scheme in motion.
All is ready, my darlings. I just got the last ingredients for your special food. If the mayor does not comply, you will all be free to strangle Gotham City in your grip.
Later that night, Batman and Commissioner Gordon met Mayor Hill in his office. A package from Poison Ivy had arrived, addressed to the mayor.
This is the package Poison Ivy sent to me?
Yes, Your Honor. The police dogs have checked it and they didn't find anything. But I suggest you let me open it.
Commissioner Gordon opened the box. Suddenly, a plant forced its way into the room, growing and writhing like a deadly octopus.
Look out! Get back!
Batman grabbed a fire extinguisher and sprayed the plant.
I've frozen it with this extinguisher. It's safe now. Look, there's a message in the bottom of this box. It reads, "Hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. Hand over the wetlands north of the Gotham City River, or every plant in Gotham will attack the city."
That does it. You've had your chance, Batman. But Bruce Wayne must turn over the deed to me immediately.
If you'll permit me, Mr. Mayor, I'll contact Mr. Wayne. A personal visit should convince him how urgent this is.
Something tells me you've got a plan, Batman.
Yes, and I'll need your help, Commissioner.
Bruce Wayne arrived at Mayor Hill's office within the hour.
Here it is, Commissioner. The deed and paperwork for the wetlands that Ivy wants.
The regional mall you were going to build would have been a great project.
Actually, Mr. Mayor, Wayne Enterprises had other plans for that land. But capturing Poison Ivy is more important. Batman told me he's planning a sting operation against Ivy. He's put the papers in this bugged briefcase.
But Wayne's briefcase wasn't the only thing that was bugged. Back in her lair, Poison Ivy snickered with glee as Bruce Wayne's words filled the room, beamed to her own plant from a plant in the mayor's office.
He'll be meeting you, Commissioner, tomorrow.
Thank you, my flowering friends, for helping me eavesdrop on their every word. I shall be ready for their trap.
The next day, Batman and Commissioner Gordon sped toward a fateful meeting in a secluded alley.
This is the alley where Poison Ivy said to meet her. Do you have the briefcase, Batman?
Here it is, Commissioner. Look, a vine from the roof. She'll be here.
Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to Ivy's Alley. Now, don't try anything, my friends. If I don't make it back to my lair safely, the nourishing nectar will be released automatically.
Ivy pointed at the briefcase with a wand-like device and grabbed it from Commissioner Gordon's hand.
This machine will neutralize any tracking devices you may have, planted in the briefcase. No time to chat, gentlemen.
Ivy sped down the alley and disappeared around a corner, leaving Batman and Commissioner Gordon behind.
If she gets away, we'll never find that stash of formula. She could use it on the city anytime. We'll give her a lead, then follow her on foot. Ivy's device will have knocked out any bugs you might have planted in the briefcase.
No, Commissioner. Not all bugs.
Huh?
Certain that Poison Ivy believed she had escaped, Batman called instructions to Commissioner Gordon as he raced after the fugitive.
Call in your men, Commissioner. Tell them to follow me.
Right, Batman. Attention, all officers.
Rounding the corner, Batman stopped. A horrifying sight met his eyes.
Smart, Poison Ivy. Very smart. Giant vines. Dozens of them.
Sprouting from dirt in an alleyway, the vines covered every building, giving Ivy hundreds of possible escape routes. Arriving on the scene, Commissioner Gordon and his troops stared in disbelief. Without warning, a vine grabbed at one of the policemen.
What the?
Get back! Those plants are deadly.
I'll call in emergency services and have them cut down these plants. Talk about a hazard to public safety. With these vines going in all of these windows, it'll take days to find her.
We'll find her. Sooner than you think, Commissioner.
How?
Tell your men to keep quiet.
Meanwhile, Poison Ivy was preparing to open the briefcase in the safety of her lair.
Batman will never find me. And now that the deed is done, it's time to look at the deed.
Ivy dropped the case as a horde of bees came pouring out of it.
Bees! Ah! My flowers! They're driving them into a frenzy! Help! Help! Ah!
As the bees swarmed around her, Poison Ivy was defenseless as Batman smashed through the door into the room.
Thanks, Ivy. Your screams led me right to you. Hold still.
Aiming a fire hose, Batman trained a powerful stream of water on the bees and Poison Ivy. Finally, Batman slapped handcuffs on the drenched woman and turned her over to Commissioner Gordon.
You see, Commissioner, I did bug Wayne's briefcase, but the bugs I used weren't affected by Ivy's electronic device. I've dealt with your eavesdropping plants before, Ivy. I knew what you were up to.
It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Several weeks later, Mayor Hill called a special news conference in his office where Bruce Wayne, Commissioner Gordon, and a special guest listened to the mayor's announcement.
On behalf of Gotham City, I'm happy to present this super growth formula to the U.S. Department of Agriculture in hopes it can be analyzed and used to feed hungry millions.
Too bad the person really responsible for this couldn't be here. But you know Batman. He's camera shy.
Yes, Commissioner. But ironically, if the formula is a success, it'll be Poison Ivy who will receive credit. Now, if you will excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Certainly. I give you Bruce Wayne.
Mr. Mayor, permit me to take this opportunity to present the city with this deed for the wetlands north of the Gotham City River for a wildlife preserve.
But, Mr. Wayne, Bruce, this is not necessary. Batman captured Poison Ivy and she's in jail. This land is legally yours to do with as you wish.
That evening, Poison Ivy listened to the news conference on television, behind bars at the Gotham Penitentiary.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. And I want nature to do as she wishes with the land. Although Poison Ivy's methods are wrong, her goal was a good one.
Smiling to herself, the prisoner glanced at a small plant sitting on the barred window of her cell.
Bruce Wayne is smarter than I thought, but Batman is a fool. He and Commissioner Gordon allowed me to keep a plant here. Maybe I can use it to escape again. Wait, it's plastic. This is a plastic plant. It can't be. No, no, no!